Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Steve with Real Progressives, and we're going to talk about patriotism, and we're going to talk about the idea of what it means to be a progressive and what it means to be a true, honest-to-God patriot. So, as we've obviously seen over the last, week, we've seen Colin Kaepernick, who has become a bit of a front runner in terms of news stories and so forth. Because he actually took a stand and sat down. But the thing that is most important, because I've heard everybody give their side of the Colin Kaepernick story, and I'm not really worried about Colin. Colin's done what he's supposed to do. He took a stand, followed his beliefs. I have absolutely no beef with what he did. In fact, I have a beef. My primary beef is the people that have a criticism of his activism. Now, you're entitled to your opinion, but what I see a lot of, and maybe you can relate with me on this, what I see a lot of is a lot of backseat drivers, a lot of couch slacktivists that feel like they have a right to critique his expression of his own belief of what it takes to make America great again. And when you think about what it takes to make America great, you got a lot of people out there who believe that America is great and has been great. But let's not forget, America has left an awful lot of people in its wake. A lot of people dead around the globe and a lot of people suffering here at home. So what is it exactly that we are patriotic about? Now, don't get me wrong, I love my country. But I don't love my country just for the sake of loving my country. You're not going to get me flag waving. You're not going to get me with the double beer cans on my hat at the NASCAR race. You're not going to get me talking shop about, how wonderful it is and how you better not talk crap about the flag and all this other stuff. You're just not going to get that out of me. Why? Because I like what the flag represents or is supposed to represent. Forget all the anti-Muslim stuff. Forget all the white supremacy stuff. Forget all the other stuff. What I believe today the symbols are supposed to stand for is our ability to live out democracy, to be free, to be in a representative society that always is the shining light on the hill. Now you got to ask yourself, if you follow what I'm saying, is that what America is today? Do you feel like America is a place where you can cast your vote and it matters? Do you feel like America is a place where your complaints, you are able to register them and see action taken on them? If not, then possibly your idea of Colin Kaepernick and the negativity there needs to take a back seat for a little while and think about, why is it that our democracy isn't representative of us anymore? Why is it that people of brown skin color are able to be targeted and profiled, beaten and killed at a far greater clip per capita than white people or anybody else? I don't care what they do. I don't care how mouthy the guy is. I don't care if his name is Tyrone. I don't care if he's got big lips. I don't care if he's got a funky haircut. I don't care if you like any of his music he's playing. I don't care if his pants are down around his knees. I don't care about any of the stereotypes. I don't care about any of that. I don't care if you see him with a white woman in the passenger seat. I don't care if you see him smoking a joint. I don't care what you see him doing. I don't care if he's disrespectful to you. What I care about is that he has got a right to live even if he's an asshole. And it's the same with every one of you. You've got a right to pursue life and liberty. And you have the right to pursue happiness, however that finds itself in your life. So what exactly is it about Colin Kaepernick's approach to activism? Being a person that is making a statement, regardless of how big or small. He took his platform and he leveraged it. What is wrong with that? I see absolutely nips wrong with it. What he did, whether you like it or not, is what he did was he brought this idea to the forefront that people should be treated equally, that people should not be shot at random, that people should not be disrespected, that people should be treated with dignity, regardless of their skin color. And he's also made us all talk about something else even more important, in my opinion, at this point. And that is the right to frickin' protest. The right to exact democracy how you feel. Democracy's hard. It's a participative sport. It's something that you've got to actually be a part of to get anywhere with. So what he did was he acted on democracy, and you didn't like it, and that's okay, because as a progressive, we had a lot of people on the ground in Philadelphia during the DNC that they were not particularly well behaved. They weren't horribly behaved. They just letting you know they are unsatisfied with the results of a stolen election. They're telling you we're unsatisfied with the coronation of Hillary Rodham Clinton. They're telling you that we're not cool with fracking. They're telling you all these things. And they weren't terribly respectful. They didn't go up to everybody and go, "We love you, and we would like you very much to stop fracking. And we were really big on this whole voting thing, and we'd really like our vote to matter." No, they didn't do that. Nobody would have listened to them if they did that. Nobody gave a shit. And that's the problem. Nobody gives a shit. So what happens? People have to draw attention. Black Lives Matter. Do they have to ask permission? No. They go up on stage and they take the mic. Is that respectful? No. But they're not trying. They're trying to get your attention. They're trying to make sure that you listen. Because the reason why they're acting out is because no one is listening. Okay? So, you know, we talk about Black Lives Matter and you have all these, no, it's all lives matter. You're being divisive, dude. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, if I've got a house that's on fire, and in that house is on fire, I decide, well, you know what, all houses matter, so I'm going to let the one that's on fire burn. But I'm going to go ahead and put the water on that house over there, that stupid house that's clean as a whistle that some rich guy power washed the other day. If I go that route, isn't that ridiculous? But all houses matter, right? Stupid. Just stupid. It's like, how do I have respect for somebody that doesn't get this? Of course all houses matter. Of course all lives matter. Until you're talking about those Syrian kids, right? Those lives, they matter a little less. They're not quite as important, right? Well, I beg to differ with you there. If I didn't have a job that would require me to be locked down at a desk, I would probably be out there right now today protesting war that we're in. Right now, the ones that you guys are ignoring, pretending like aren't happening, those wars, I would be out there. I would be sitting down during the national anthem. I would be putting a hat on backwards and saying, I'm not taking my hat off for the flag. I would sit there and march down the street. I would scream and yell and bang pants. I would do something because I hate war. I hate it. And I think that we as a nation have decided way too often, way too often, that we're okay with it, that we don't care. It's too hard to fight, so fuck it. I'm not going to do a damn thing about it. Colin Kaepernick didn't break out a gun. You going to respect me? He didn't do anything like that. He sat down. He sat down. And I think that a lot of us need to sit down at the right time. I think a lot of us need to take the time to think about what it is that we're saying and what it is we're not saying. Because it's very easy to criticize people when they actually take a stand, when they get in front of a camera, when they do whatever. It's real easy to sit there and henpeck and pick. But when someone is actually think about what Colin's standing for, what he actually sat for. Do you disagree with what he sat for? Or are you so protective of that inanimate object that you can't possibly have anyone disrespect the flag? Ridiculous. So, as a progressive, you can count on us protesting to make progress. And it's probably going to piss somebody off. It's always going to piss somebody off. You protest against war. You don't support the troops. Well, of course I frickin' support them. They're American citizens. I don't want them to die. But that's okay with you, isn't it? That's okay with you, little Mr. Critique. Well, I don't like the way they did it. They're out there beating up cars and they're burning things in their neighborhoods. Well, I don't like that. That's too violent. Too violent. And then they go ahead and they sit down. They just sit there. Well, I don't like that. That was too disrespectful. Too disrespectful. And it's like, are you friggin'... Are all the synapses firing in there? Do you think everything's okay? Do you think it's all right that we're freaking annihilating people all over the world? You're not going out there taking to the streets. So obviously, it's not bothering you too badly. You're kind of like, it's just the way government is. It's just what happens, you know? Yeah. Sometimes we kill some people. Sometimes we don't. You know, I mean, that's what it's like. If you're not out there doing something about it, that's what it's like. So what did Kaepernick do? Kaepernick did something about it. And we're sitting here talking about it. We've had no less than 3 live streams from this page alone talking about Kaepernick. So obviously this guy, who isn't going to have a much longer NFL career because people can't take activists, obviously this guy has got us talking. Now it's time for action. I support Colin Kaepernick 100%. I feel really badly that, like the guy who was punting for the Minnesota Vikings, who stood up for the homosexuals and lost his career, I feel bad that Kaepernick will end up getting put off to the side because he didn't stand up for the frickin' thing. BFD. Get over yourselves. What do you want? Goose step. Come on, man. I mean, seriously. America, the America that I am fighting for, is the America that allows us to take part in democracy and make change, make progress. To say, I don't agree with that, so I'm not just going along to get along. All the nationalists, all the patriots out there, they're going along to get along. Don't you criticize my country. Don't you do it. Well, hell, you ain't got to be here no how, no way. Why don't you get out of my country? And then you've got these friggin' morons sitting there saying, well, he doesn't have a right to speak as a black man because he's only half black. Yeah, he's only half black. He's not black enough to talk about blackness. Get over it, man. I mean, seriously, what is up with people not looking at the reasons that people are fighting? Why are they sitting there critiquing the style points? I mean, it's ridiculous. It's worthless. And so what we have is a nation full of people that sit back, drinking their beer, macking on the lady over there. Look at him. Look at that guy. Long, scowling, Calvinistic faces. Scowling and wagging fingers. And at the end of the day, you've solved nothing. You've stifled democracy, you worthless parasite. And so what do? You get more of the same bullshit because you're cowardice. The only thing you knew how to do was worry about an inanimate object instead of what the man was fighting for. That makes you, like, pretty stupid. Not a patriot. And definitely somebody who probably shouldn't be taken very seriously. You think that when the redcoats came in, the regular old colonials decided that they'd go ahead and be very gentle people? Well, let's go ahead and make nice with the redcoats. Wouldn't be prudent. I mean, come on. This is about taking ownership of our flippin' country and actually fighting for something that matters. And if you consider sitting down during the national anthem too edgy for you, wow, you'd really have a tough time in the real world. This is Steve with Real Progressives, hoping you take some flippin' action and participate in democracy and stop being a frickin' critic. Do something with your life. Have a good night.